In this lesson, we're going to listen to a story about an alien landing. We're also going to hear 18 different phrasal verbs. Pay attention to how to use these phrasal verbs because you can apply them to your life in many different situations. Now, let's go. Number 1, light up. Did you see that flash last night? Yeah, it was incredible. I've never seen anything like it. The whole sky lit up. It must have been that alien spacecraft everyone's been talking about. If that's true, and it really exists, God help us all. The whole sky lit up. To become brightly illuminated. The fireworks display lit up the sky on New Year's Eve. A sudden bolt of lightning lit up the entire valley. Up is a word that means emphasis in some phrasal verbs. Here it makes the word light stronger. The entire sky is illuminated. Number 2, reach out to. They're here. What do we do now? It's time to try to communicate. But how do we even start? Do we know if they're friendly? Can they understand us? I don't know, but establishing contact is our first step. Let's reach out to them. We need to reach out to the aliens to establish contact. To try to initiate communication with someone or something. The government formed a special team to reach out to the aliens. I'll reach out to my friend to see if he can help. Out in some cases means away from the body. We're reaching away from ourselves. The word to tells us that something is moving. Go to, walk to, we're moving our bodies. We also say talk to, which is more common than talk with. Talk to someone. That means our communication is moving or transferring to another person. Reach out to someone. Try to communicate. Number 3, send up. Have we decided on the message? Yes, it's a greeting in multiple languages, and we included some mathematical sequences. That sounds like it's good enough. Let's hope they understand. Fingers crossed, sending up the message now. We're sending it up now. Let's hope they understand. To transmit or send something in the direction of the sky. The research team sent up a balloon with sensors to collect data. After getting stranded on the island, they sent up smoke signals for help. Up can mean a lot of different things, including emphasis or a direction. In this case, it's a direction. Go watch my series on phrasal verbs and watch the videos about up to learn more about this very interesting word in English. Number 4, stand by. Message sent. What now? Now we wait. There's nothing else we can do. It could be hours, days, or even longer until we receive a response. No one knows. Our emergency crews are standing by. We're ready for anything, as ready as we can be, anyway. Emergency crews are standing by. To wait and be ready for a reply or expected action. The team stood by for instructions from mission control. Emergency services are always standing by for urgent calls. By is a word that can mean close or near. So if you stand by, you're standing close or near to something or someone because you're expecting something to happen. You're ready. You're waiting, just like emergency services when aliens arrive. Number 5, figure out. We received a response, but what does it mean? It seems to be some kind of code. Do you think it's a message of peace or a threat? Hard to say. Our team will have to figure it out. We have to decode the message to figure out what it says. To understand or find an explanation for something. I just can't figure out why the aliens decided to come here. The scientists worked hard to figure out the meaning of the new data. Figure is another word for think. The problem is in the situation, and we have to remove the problem by thinking, by figuring. We have to figure it out. Number 6, close in on. Look, the spaceship is moving again. It's coming straight for the city. This can't be good. What should we do? Should we evacuate? It's closing in on us. Not yet. There's nowhere to go. Let's wait and see what happens. The spaceship is closing in on us. What should we do? To move nearer to a target or destination. The police are closing in on the suspect after the manhunt. She felt as if the walls were closing in on her. The word in English refers to a space. When a space closes, like a circle, for example, it closes in. For example, the walls are closing in on me. This means something is getting closer. The word on in this situation means contact. The aliens are closing in on the city. They're going to make contact soon. Number 7, beam up. What's happening to John? I don't know, but the light from the spaceship is directly on him. He looks really confused and uncomfortable. Someone help him. He's flying. That's incredible. They're beaming him up into the ship. John is being beamed up into the ship. To transport someone or something up to a spacecraft using a form of energy. In the movie, the aliens beamed up the hero to their ship for a meeting. Beaming people up has been a staple in science fiction for decades. To beam is a verb that's very common in science fiction. It's like a laser. So aliens can beam you up into their ship. This is a great example of how we created a verb from pop culture, and then we transformed it into a phrasal verb. This happens very frequently in our language. Number 8, block off. Here comes the military. But they shouldn't get too close. We don't know what's in that thing. They know that. Look, they're blocking off the roads. They're trying to keep everyone safe. I hope it works. The military is blocking off the roads. To block a specific area by placing barriers. After the incident, they had to block off the entire neighborhood. To prepare for the outdoor concert, organizers blocked off several roads. To block means to prevent contact, to stop contact. Off is the opposite of on, and on means contact. Off means no contact. That's why we say block off. Number 9, touch down. The ship, it's landing. What should we do? Should we run away? I don't know, but I can't believe we're seeing an actual alien ship touching down on the ground. The whole world is watching. What happens next could change everything. The alien spaceship is touching down on Earth. To land, to arrive on the ground after flying. When the rover touched down on Mars, it sent back data. The moment the shuttle touched down, cheers erupted from the crowd. Touch is a verb that's soft. It's not aggressive. Planes often land, which is the normal verb for this, but a spaceship generally needs to go slow because of physics. It touches the ground and it's moving down in that direction. That's the flavor of this verb. It's a little different from land, but both are generally the same. Number 10, shut down. Look, all the lights went out. What's going on? They hacked into the power grid and shut it down. They must have some serious technology. I don't like this one bit. Something hacked into the power grid and shut it down. To turn off or cause to stop working. The power surge caused the entire network to shut down unexpectedly. You should shut down your computer properly to avoid data loss. Shut is a verb that means close. Down can mean that we lose power or electricity, the opposite of up. So when we combine these two concepts, we get shut down, which is what people often do with their computer when they stop using it. Number 11, Feel out. The military is there. They just made contact with the aliens. That's incredible. Can you see what they're doing? Yeah, they're just feeling each other out right now. No one has made a move yet. Hold your breath. This is a pivotal moment. The military and the aliens are just feeling each other out. To try to understand someone's intentions or character through observation and interaction. During negotiations, they spent the first few minutes feeling each other out. I'll try to feel the boss out to find out if we're getting a raise. This verb is different, but let's try to understand it. When we figure something out or work something out, we're trying to solve the situation. Our methods are by figuring, like thinking, or working. It's kind of the same with feel out. There's a problem in the relationship that we can't really understand just yet. We have to solve this or understand it by feeling. This verb is about perception when you first meet someone or you need to understand more information. Number 12, hand over. The aliens turned out to be friendly. What a relief. That was an intense negotiation. I'm happy everything worked out. So the deal is that we get their tech if we share ours, right? That's right. We have to hand over what we know. The humans agreed to hand over their data, to give something to someone. The informant handed over the documents to the journalist. After the meeting, he handed over the project files to his boss. Hand or to hand is a verb that means give. Over represents an arc, or in this case, more like a transfer. A transfer of data. You hand over the data. Number 13, take over. Giving them that information was the worst idea ever. The situation we're in is so bad. I can't believe we're slaves now. We just didn't know. Everyone makes mistakes. We shouldn't have trusted them. They seemed so friendly. No one imagined that they would take over the planet so quickly. No one thought that the aliens would take over the planet. To take a place by force in order to have control or governance. The new government took over the country after the coup. New management took over the company and changed everything. Again, the word over represents a transfer. In this case, it's a transfer of power because take implies some kind of force. Number 14, bow down. I can't live like this. Humans weren't meant to serve aliens. We don't have much of a choice. They're the dominant species now. I hate bowing down to these creatures. We have to do something about this. Maybe if we can secretly get a team together, we can think of something. I'll never bow down to aliens. To show submission or worship. The subjects bow down to the king when he passes. The idea of bowing down to anyone goes against the principles of equality. A bow is a gesture of respect in a lot of cultures. Down gives this verb a little emphasis. If you bow down to someone, you worship them, you submit to them, and tell them they're the best. Number 15, wipe out. If they find out we're conspiring to escape, they could kill us. They could kill us anyway. I don't know if I want to take the chance. They might get angry. They could wipe out the whole species whenever they want. It's do or die. They could easily wipe out the whole species. To completely destroy or eradicate something. The hurricane wiped out an entire coastal village. The invasive species has nearly wiped out the native fish population in the lake. Wipe is a verb that's a way of cleaning things. Out represents the opposite of in existence. That's how I think of it. So if we wipe a species out, we clean them so they don't exist anymore. This is a scary phrasal verb, but makes sense with evil aliens. Number 16, pulled together. Listen, I'm in contact with some friends. Just give me good news, for the love of God. They say they have a plan. No one knows if it'll work, but we have to try it. I can't continue like this. Okay, whatever it is, I'm in. We have to pull together and take back our planet. We have to pull together and defeat the aliens. To unify and cooperate closely against a challenge. The community pulled together to rebuild after the devastating flood. The team pulled together to win the championship. Together, of course, represents doing something as a team. This verb is similar to come together, which means join. But pull tells us that there's a little more effort involved, a little more energy to come together. Number 17, fight back. Their spaceship has a weakness. It's in the center. The engine isn't protected. It's vulnerable. So the plan is to attack it and blow it up, right? That's right. If we can do that, it will disrupt their entire operation. It's our only chance to fight back against these monsters. It's our only chance to fight back against these monsters. To resist against an opposing force. After being cornered, the lion fought back against the hunters. The immune system fights back against infections to protect the body. Fight is the normal verb here. Back means return in a lot of cases. The aliens took over the planet and attacked Earth, so the humans want to return the attack. They want to fight back against the aliens. Number 18, blast off. Our plan worked. The aliens don't know what to do. Look, the spaceship is starting to move. Oh no, what is it doing? I think they've had enough of us. It's blasting off into space. Good, get out of here. Never come back to Earth. The alien ship is blasting off into space. To leave the ground quickly, often into space. Elon's new rocket blasted off in front of a huge crowd. The spacecraft blasted off on schedule despite the harsh weather conditions. Blast is another word that's similar to explode. It's a strong force, a strong explosion. The spaceship is on the ground, so it needs to blast off of the ground to leave and fly away. I hope you had fun with this phrasal verb lesson. Remember, phrasal verbs are everywhere and in all situations. So I hope these can help you understand movies and even apply them to your own life. We do it all the time. That's how children learn. They play video games and watch movies. So, if you liked this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And see you in the next lesson.